Welcome to Family Adventures. This couple of weeks we're going to be staying here at the Rio Bamboo in Dominican Republic on the lovely Punta Cana coast.
Just having a quick breakfast. Isaac's got the biggest pancake ever. What's on them, Isaac?
Berries, chocolate sauce, yogurt. Yeah. Really
Is it good?
Yeah, really good.
I've got a nice granola, fruit and yogurt. Very, very nice.
Just coming into land at Montreal. That's the first leg of our journey down to Dominican Republic. Finally we've arrived after 14 hours of travelling at the Rio Bamboo.
Right, we're just waiting to go out for dinner. Lisa's getting ready, making herself look beautiful, and Isaac and me have found a new pastime. Oh, that was rubbish.
Now do it again.
Okay, we're just going out on our first evening out and we're going to venture towards the steak restaurant. So all the restaurants here at the Rio Bamboo are all on a first come first served basis, and you've just got to get to the restaurant and queue up. It's just gone 6 o'clock. The restaurant opens literally at 6 o'clock and there's a bit of a queue, but there's lots of tables. We're going to see how we go. Queue for the steak restaurant at 6:10. So we just walked for about 40 minutes, Liz? About 40 minutes. Our hotel is back that way, the Rio Bamboo. And as you can see, the beach just goes on and on and on and on. And you can see the mountains in the background. Look at that. Beautiful beach, lovely.
That's $2.
On video, can you get another dollar out? What's it like, Isaac? No, can I have a sip? Can I try some?
It's very heavy.
I'm not heavy.
Oh, it does.
No, I hate it. That's why I said no. You can do with it.
No, not very nice. That's a waste of $2, isn't it? Oh well, got to try these things. One of the things the Rio Bamboo Hotel's really famous for is its Rio parties. Whilst the party scene at my age is not really my kind of thing, I'm going to be going to the Rio party. It's called the Jungle Party, and I'm doing it just for you, so you can see what it's like and experience it the same way I do. There'll be absolutely no judgment. I'm just going to go along to the party, do a video, check it out, and hopefully get some good music. Come along for the ride.
If you drink alcohol, know your limits, because this is what happens.
Right, tonight folks, we're going to be in the Colonial restaurant. This is the buffet restaurant, and I'll take a photograph of the menu for you. Well, I must say the food tonight looks amazing. We've got beef, we've got like fresh vegetables, like a chana bhaji,
A bit of a Chinese theme going on there.
So just off the beach, Isaac decided to try his luck for an hour or so at a bit of hand lining or free lining for a fish.
Well, we enjoyed it so much the other night, we decided to come back to the steak restaurant. So Isaac and I had the mixed grill tonight. We've got half the chicken, we've got like barbecue ribs, we've got, I know, Spanish sausages, we've got a couple of bits of steak, jacket wedges. What's it like, mate?
Absolutely lovely, apart from the corn on the cob and the tomato, because I don't like tomato.
Isaac's got a weird scariness about tomatoes, but the corn on the cob, it's like it's out of season, it's not grown properly, but everything else is lovely.
Right, we've got to be the best looking, best dressed family going fishing for the evening, haven't we?
Yeah.
Look at that, Isaac's attire. We're hoping to go to a restaurant and a bit of a Michael Jackson thing tonight, but for now, we're just going down to the beach and we're going to catch a bit of fishing, if we can. What are we going to catch, Isaac?
Anything.
Anything. Hopefully, and it's just started raining, I don't believe it.
Welcome to Punta Cana Beach. Isaac's got his rod out there and he's hoping to get a big one. What bait are you using, Isaac? Prawns. What sort of setup you got?
Running ledger.
Running ledger. I've got mine out there. Can't keep it tight, I've only got a small weight on there, but weather's not looking great, but we're going to fish till dusk, till dark, and see how we go. It's about 6:57, not quite dark yet, but we've got a bit of a storm coming in and there's lightning out on the horizon, so not quite sure if we're going to stay fishing anymore tonight, but we'll put the bait back in the freezer and we'll come down for another evening, give it a go another time. Yeah, I've got that on video. That's well off in the distance. That's well off in the distance, darling, don't worry. Yeah. Trying to video capture a bit of this lightning on the video cam for you. Because when you get storms in the Dominican, my God, do you get storms. Can't even hear the thunder, so it's like a million miles away.
The other one was quite a yeah, we were still on that.
And that wind is also picking up as well, so we might have a bit of a storm coming. But hey ho, we've got Michael Jackson tonight anyway to watch, so woohoo! So we just started having problems with our internet the last 2 or 3 days, and we just can't log in, and now it's asking us for new passwords and stuff like that. My email's been compromised, which is a bit worrying, because when I finally did get Wi-Fi earlier on today, it asked for my password again. My iPhone remembers the password, put it in, said wrong password, and then it said too many attempts. So I think there's something dodgy going on here in this hotel with the Wi-Fi. I'm just coming to reception to try and fix my Wi-Fi. That's a queue of people waiting to get their Wi-Fi problems fixed. This is what happens when it rains in Dominican, folks. Everybody congregates inside, but if you don't mind, you've got somewhere to put your towels, you can still swim. It's still really, really warm. It's actually nice to have a bit of a tropical storm because it's really taken that temperature down, but I fear that the bugs are going to be biting tonight. So we're just checking out the water park. Bit of a short walk, but it's not too bad. Not massive, but we're going to come back on Wednesday, aren't we, Isaac? So it's still a little bit windy this morning, but just walking along the beach and the storm brought in tons and tons of weed on the beach. But don't worry, because by mid to late afternoon, they'll have raked it all up and it'll be back to a beautiful beach again. Well folks, we had another storm last night, and although it's pretty wet, also looking really stormy out there. We're meant to be going on a snorkelling trip today and a restoration trip. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be calm enough for that, but we'll have to see what the rep says, if it's been cancelled or not. Quite a bit of rain these last 48 hours. Isaac, we're off to snorkeling. See some fish, hopefully. So today then we've come out on a snorkeling trip. We're also here to learn about some of the restoration work that's going on around the Dominican Republic to rebuild the reefs. Now, a lot of the reefs have been absolutely devastated back in the 60s and 70s from cyanide fishing, which is a way of easily harvesting all your tropical fish for your home aquariums and stuff. And it's had a real consequential knock-on effect or devastating knock-on effect, if you like, to killing all the reefs around the area. So I came to Dominican back in 2004 and went on a dive, went on 2 dives actually, and it's just like concrete being poured in the water. So this is part of the work that they're doing to restore some of these coral reefs. So let's check it out.
Thanks.
Yeah. So now like this in your hand. Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
What's it feel like, Isaac?
Thank you. Bye-bye. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, I'm missing. Yeah.
Another way of attaching coral, call it a coral tree.
In Florida, people get these dead fishes, dangle them over the side and it's hard. I want to do that.
Nice little market, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Just to let you know, you might have to wade out to the boat. You just have to swim out. Oh, have him.
Oh, Tiki, oh no, we don't want him. I just saw that. On the small boat to get to the big boat. We're going out to one of them out there, probably that one. What I'm saying there, and I'm sort of pointing to, is all the coral, as you can see, is just dead. It's all very grey and very sad really. So when you're snorkeling and you're in this scenario, a good tip to bring all the fish around you is have a bit of bread in your pocket. Isaac took a couple of bread rolls from the buffet at breakfast, so he's feeding the fish, and you can see they're absolutely swarming. But that's how to get really close up and personal with the fish. So I think in this part of the video we're actually getting called back to the boat now to move on to the next spot. Nice bit of rum punch served in a fresh coconut on the beach. Can't get better than that. So after drinking our coconut and rum, we just went in for a bit of a swim, and as you can see plenty of fish just in off the beach there. You don't have to go out deep to see fish and snorkel in certain places in Dominican, but there are lots of places where there aren't many fish due to the cyanide fishing back in the 60s and 70s. But here off this beach, the snorkeling was pretty good, and you're in water just up to your sort of waist. The irony of this is that this is the TUI Reef Conservation trip, and just look at the boats. I'm not saying they're all here with TUI, but they've all been doing the same sort of snorkeling trip as us on one of Dominican's probably only surviving or remaining reefs that they're trying to rebuild. And this here, folks, is the floating kitchen, where they're about to serve us lobster and steak.
No, that's not. That's lobster.
So included in the snorkeling trip was lunch. I had a nice surf and turf, which was steak and lobster, and Isaac had the seafood platter. I have to say, the spiny lobster is delicious. Really good, really good. The spiny lobsters, quite small, that's all you get from the tail, but super tasty. We're about 6 halves,
dipped in mayo. Very nice. Washed down with a bit of rum punch in a minute. Been a pretty good day, I'd say, wouldn't you, Isaac?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so the Ole restaurant is definitely buffet, and I haven't been around yet, but it looks really nice. Really does look nice. Wow, I've been around the buffet restaurant, and look at that. That looks like an amazing tapas. Good morning. It's just gone 7 AM in the morning, and we're now on a trip. We're going to go deep sea fishing, and we're hoping to target mahi and wahoo. We heard some people the other day went on a boat trip and they spent 2.5 hours battling a marlin. We're hoping we're not going to waste 2.5 hours on one fish, but it would be pretty awesome if we did hook up on something like that. But see you on the boat. Just on our little tender, and my eyes are going out to get the fishing boat. Done the quick draw, and I've got numero uno. Make interesting journey, but we should be okay. Should be okay. Right, we're boating up, getting the water out, and we're just doing a bit of trawling. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon if you get into a bit sticky line. So we've got a couple of lines out on the booms. The booms there for holding up the exciter, splashing on the surface. That's to excite the fish can come up from the deep. They come up, feel the noise about on the surface, and hopefully take either the lure or the dead bait. Yeah. Oh, they could be flying fish.
There's fish?
Yeah, jumping out of the water.
It's flying.
Was it? Ah, okay. Have been dolphin or something?
I should have told you.
Yeah, it's a good spot. We're no way sort of experts at fishing or anything like that, but I do know one of the worst things you can do is sit in the cabin with your head down between your legs. That makes you feel really rough, and if you're already feeling seasick, it's just an exponential road to feeling worse. So as my dad always used to say, no, yeah. Absolutely, that's what you do. You know, if you think you're going to feel sick, just.
And then hopefully we'll just hear the computer breathing.
Yep, it helps to fix your eyes on an only fixed point, and that's the horizon.
There, I have the rod up and I'm looking at the tip of the rod while I'm fighting the fish.
Yep.
And that's like at the horizon.
Absolutely. And once that seasickness sets in, it's quite hard to shake. There's three things that'll make you feel better. One, actually being sick, but that's very short-lived. And a couple of cures that my dad always used to say is if you're feeling seasick, either drive the boat or
chuck a sneaky bucket of water over someone's head, the person that's feeling seasick, and the shock of it just gets a bit of adrenaline pumping around your body, and that fends off the seasickness for a little bit. But the best thing really is prevention. So we've taken our seasick tablets, haven't we? Just in case. And now we're just scanning the horizon. We're looking for fish, really. Gives you something to do, takes your mind off the movement of the boat in the water. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be alright. Hopefully, double fingers crossed, crossed, we'll catch a couple of fish. We need to catch at least 7, so everybody on the boat gets a chance of reeling in a fish. So we picked our numbers. I'm number 1, Isaac's number 6. So we've got to hook into at least 6 fish for Isaac to have a turn. And he's going to get that big blue marlin, I'm sure of it. I'll get the world's smallest dorado, I think.
Or you'll reel it in and you'll come back with a half-tube barley hoop.
Yeah, I might get a bar. No, who knows, I might catch a wahoo, and then a shark will come and eat half of it. So we don't get enough to eat in the restaurant. Captain Jack, the guy that owns all the boats, was saying that he's got a deal with the restaurant, and if we do manage to catch some fish, it's $12 a head, and the restaurant will cook your fish for you, and they bring out lots of accompaniments and sides and stuff like that for your $12. So we might, we'll see how we go. If we get enough fish and we fancy trying to eat one, so we'll give it a go. Apparently barracuda's not very good and can sometimes be poisonous. That's what Captain Jack told us. Yeah, good mate, yeah. No, I've got a drink. Thank you.
I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah. No fish. So sadly we just kept trawling for 4 hours, no fish, no bites, nothing. So I decided to stop the video short. We're heading back in now. We've been trawling for about 3.5 hours so far. And trying to get on video some flying fish for you. We had 0 bites. Well, we had 1 bite, the barracuda bit the line right off, but nothing else. Yeah, there's some flying fish. Some of us capturing them right in the distance. Well, 3rd time lucky fishing off the beach, and we finally got into some fish. What we were doing wrong was the fish were taking the bait before it actually hit the bottom, and look at this fish here. It actually had its tail bitten off by a barracuda as I was reeling it in. It was awesome, good fun, and yeah, lots and lots of fish off the beach. But the secret is they take the bait before it even hits the bottom of the sand. You've got to strike very, very quickly. golden eye bream. Are you videoing that? These eyes are from me. Snorkeling out on the beach. He found that he liked snorkeling. A few days left to our holiday. We went on a trip last Tuesday on a boat, and he realised how easy it is to snorkel and stay afloat, even without a flotation device. And we've just come off the beach every single day since then, and there's tons of fish to see just off the beach. You've just got to walk along where there's a little bit of a coral reef, and yeah, you can see that it's not that far off the shore there. So it's ideal really, quite sheltered, not too windy, not too wavy. So all the dark patches you can see in the sea there are little bits of coral reef. We'll be going in a minute with the underwater camera, and I'll show you what it looks like underwater. Fortunately, it's still teeming with sea life, you know, lots of fish and stuff. But sadly, the coral reefs have been bleached and died. Most of it probably from the cyanide fishing back in the 60s and 70s. The water wasn't quite so clear here, but that's just because we're in the surf, so the waves are churning up the sand. But it's still quite clear, and it took us a while to find the fish, but when we find them, there's absolutely hundreds of them, as you'll see in a minute. As you can see, our usual trick of using a bit of bread to bring the fish in wasn't working here. I think these fish were more of a meat eater type of fish, so if we'd had a bit of prawn, then they probably would have been all over us. A bit of wildlife you expect to see, and Rio bamboo, a lizard. Isaac's never happy with snorkeling in front of where we decide to see. So a quick run round the water park then. Sadly, we weren't allowed to take the camera on the rides, on the slides as I went down, but you can see there's quite a few slides. As you go around to the side, there's even more, and there's a big donut one which spits you out the bottom, which is really, really good fun. So that's it. I think there's probably about 10 slides in total.
María lo levanta mucho.
So it's our last night here at the Rio Bamboo, and we decided to eat back in the Spanish restaurant because it was such a good meal the other night. So looking forward to it again. So Isaac's last night in the Spanish restaurant, he's gone for the good old British chips, rice, and fish. That's been your staple diet this holiday, mate, isn't it? Why? Why's it been your staple diet? Just like the way they season the rice, yeah? We'll just have a cheeky scan of the hotels next to us. This is the one as you're facing towards the sea to the left, and yeah, I think it's one of the Palace Rius. And look at that. It's different class, obviously. Faces right back down onto the beach, and they've got pools, they've got waterfalls, they've got all sorts of stuff. We just thought we'd take a bit of a walk on our last night and just have a look around. Wow, you know, what an extra £1,000 per person per week pays. There's the Rio Palace next door to us. Whilst it's much nicer than ours, the entertainment is still really bad, really rubbish. And as our holiday draws to a close, this is our last evening and we're heading off to bed. So folks, we were staying in room 415, no, 415, sorry, 415.
I'm going to like 10 chicken nuggets and chips.
Alright, okay, so we're at the airport Punta Cana and we've just spotted Wendy's. So we're going to have a Wendy's for lunch before we get on the plane. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video, and remember to click like and subscribe. We've got over 70 videos now for you to choose from, including cheap product reviews, family adventures and hotel reviews. So please click like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.